AI. AI is going to start replacing jobs in the masses. There's gonna be a lot of earthquakes, tsunamis, and hurricanes this upcoming year. A lot. One specific date that I really want y'all to mark right now on your calendars, and that is, so like for example, we're gonna have tech contact lenses that people can just put on. Okay, so we're gonna see this within the Trump administration trying to get initiated, okay? And we're gonna talk about this in February because that's when they're gonna start to build the foundation. That is the date of transformation. So self-driving cars, you're gonna see more of those. Also, this is the biggest thing that I want y'all to know about crypto is there's gonna be a collective shift towards being wise and making thoughtful decisions. Or that's one of those jobs that I think is gonna become a lot more common because as AI starts to replace people, there's gonna be more disconnect. There's gonna be a lot more trauma that's gonna be popping up for people. There's gonna be a lot more calls this year to heal that trauma. You start to see robots serving you food like in... Welcome to another episode of Transformational Expansion. My name is LaJoie Bradley, and today is a very special episode. It is my holiday gift to you guys to give you a heads up on what to expect for 2025 because there's so much to expect that nobody is talking about. And this is like my thing too. And when I say nobody, I mean, look, astrologers aren't talking about this. Ralph Smart isn't talking about this, but low-key, God bless him because he got me through a lot of times, okay? But numerologists aren't talking about this. So I'm going to talk about this for y'all so y'all can start thinking about what to expect for 2025, okay? I'm answering questions like, how much money can I make in 2025? What is tech going to look like in 2025? Are aliens going to show up in 2025? What is my mental health going to be in 2025? These are the important questions that we are going to answer today. And we're going to make it personal to you because not all of us are the same. So let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, I know I went through a lot in the intro, y'all, but I had to make it juicy. I had to make it good because I really want y'all to know what to expect in 2025, including the biggest event that will occur and what is the exact date that it will occur, okay? We're going to talk about that too in this episode because, again, this is stuff people are not talking about, and I just want to give y'all as much of the tea as possible. I'm trying to give y'all the whole teapot, okay? Not just a cup, the whole teapot, okay? So let's get into it. Okay. So first, I wanted to go over the numerology for 2025. I didn't want to do the astrology this time because, well, honestly, I'm pretty sure a lot of the stuff that I will say regarding the numerology of this upcoming year is going to coincide with the astrology. And there's so many astrology 2025 predictions for this year that honestly, y'all can just go and look at those astrology predictions. But this is going to give you the specific dates that you need, okay? And the specific dates that are going to help you become the best version of yourself and release all of the past trauma, the past experiences, the past cycles that you've been going through over and over and over again. This is the year to release them. And again, I'm giving you those specific dates but the specific dates that are going to help you release those energies, okay? So I wanted to go into the numerology. The first thing we're going to go into is the year 2025, okay? So important. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to write it down like that one dude with the sunglasses and the white beater on. I forgot what his name is. Y'all know who he is. He's British. He wears sunglasses. Y'all know. If you know, you know. I don't know what his name is. 2025. Okay, so if you look at this number, I'm going to say right now, this is something I got from interviewing Lloyd last year on the podcast. Definitely check out this episode after this if you're really into, if you really want to get into numerology. But this was a trick that he showed me last year. And I was like, well, you know, might as well teach it to y'all. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, that being said, I'm not a master numerologist, but I have learned a lot about numerology in the past 6-7 years of my life, okay? And honestly, I think anybody who calls themselves a master, well, they should first. We ain't gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into that. It's not important right now. Okay, 2020, 25. 2020, 25. Goodness gracious. 2025. Okay, so the first thing you want to take note of is the 2 twos, okay? These twos are feminine numbers. They're also the numbers that relate to water, okay? So we have 2 twos, feminine, water. And then we have this 5 right here, happens to be a masculine number, and it is, didn't put that right, it is Earth, okay? Now, some of y'all are probably thinking Earth is like a feminine energy. It is, but this number 5 is a masculine energy, okay? And for those of y'all who noticed that, y'all smart, y'all hit it right on the nail. So this is going to indicate a change. There's going to be a huge shift and change coming up in 2025, okay? The number 5 is all about change. And because we have this, not imbalance, but we have this attempt to balance it out, right? We have the masculine and the feminine represented in the number 5, okay? So there's going to be a lot of attempts this year for these two energies to balance. And what's going to really bring in that balance is going to be the 2 twos right here. Okay, this is going to help that change occur. But we're going to have to go through a lot to get there. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a super volatile year. It's going to be a super, just, you know, when you on like a, how do I want to put this? Like a seesaw, and you, not a seesaw. I don't know, anything that you use to balance, like a scale. You know those like old school scales where you have to like put a little bit to the side and like you have to put it back and forth before you find the right, you know, the right weight or the right scale for it to balance out. That's what we're going to go through in 2025. And we're going to have to go through this because 2025 is also the number 9. This is a year of completion. But in order to get to any point of completion, we have to go through the waves, right? We have to go through the ups and downs. Okay? So luckily, this year is going to be kind of, how do I want to say this? It's going to be divided into 2 parts, okay? There's going to be a super extreme, super like intense, volatile. Sorry, I'm using volatile because like ever since I got into finance, like that word has just been like on my mind a lot. So I'm going to use it a lot. Sorry guys. Okay. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. And then there's going to be another half of the year where it's going to be a little calmer. Keyword is little. Okay. But a little more balanced. Okay. And one thing, so I'm going to go into the months in a second, and the 2 parts of the years that I'm talking about, or the 2 part of the year that I'm talking about. But one thing I want to talk about is water and earth. Okay. 2 and 5, balance or balancing, really the act of balancing and change. There's going to be a lot of earthquakes, tsunamis, and hurricanes this upcoming year. A lot. Okay. A lot and like really intense. So I want y'all to look out for that in 2025. If you live in these areas that aren't prepared for earthquakes, okay? Japan is one of those countries that is low-key prepared for earthquakes. Prepared for tsunamis, maybe not as much. But when it comes to earthquakes, they are really prepared, okay? I should not have laughed at that. But so if you live in Japan, you're probably good to go. If you live in California isn't really known to be really prepared for earthquakes. So I would definitely keep that into consideration, okay? But just watch out for that. I'm not saying to get away from the coastlines. I'm just saying be prepared. Look at how to prepare in these situations. It's obviously not going to happen all over the world, but there's going to be more of them. I would even look into the numerology of the location that you're staying in so you can really be aware of, you know, what's going to happen, what's not going to happen if these natural events are going to hit your area. Okay, that is what I would do. Okay, so we know the numerology for this year is a 9. Okay, I'm going to put this in the corner right here so you know 2025. And 9 is like such a powerful number. It's the year of completion. And there's one specific date that I really want y'all to mark right now on your calendars, and that is 999. There's going to be a 999 portal. This is the portal of completion. It's going to be obviously September 9th, 2025. But this is the portal of completion. Okay, guys, this is such an important date. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening 9 days before this date and 9 days after this date, okay? I want y'all to start preparing for that now. Start reflecting. What cycles do you want to end? Okay? Write this down. Pause the video, get a piece of paper, write this down. What cycles do you want to end? Start thinking about this now, okay? So when it comes to that date, you already know what you want to end. You already know your manifesting techniques that you're going to use to get rid of those old cycles. And you can move on with ease, okay? I don't want y'all to wait till the day before and then panic, like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, you know, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Start now, okay? But what cycles do you want to end? What cycles have been repeating in the past couple of years that you have been trying to put an end to and you want it to completely stop at this point, okay? Start to think about that, okay? Start to write that down. Start to reflect. If you can do that, reflect after this video, okay? But that 9 is such a powerful number. And because it's a 9 year, we're going to be experiencing many cycles of completion every month of this year. And I'm going to break down each month in this video. I'm going to break down each month, and I'm going to go through what to end every single month, okay? But before we get into that, I wanted to talk about the breakdown of those energies in the 2 parts of the year, right? I mentioned that there are 2 parts of this year, okay? And then we're going to get into the personal stuff, the personal months, how it applies to you, all of that, okay? All of that good stuff. So 2 parts of the year, okay? There's going to be one part of the year where it's super unstable, and then there's going to be another part of the year that's going to be a little bit more balanced, okay? But the first part of the year, and let me go ahead and just break this down real quick. So I'm going to break down the months: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, okay? And these are going to be the month numbers, okay? The numbers of that month, if that makes sense. Okay, I'll break down how I calculated this real quick. So January is going to be 1.
Get started on your wellness journey today. Whether you are starting your wellness journey in the middle of it or finishing it, this library will help you so much. 50 resources on how to jumpstart your wellness. And really, it has so much more than that. It has full guides on how to quantum leap, full guides on how to manifest, and even my personal favorite, coloring books. Yes, and I'm talking unique coloring books. Y'all already know who you're dealing with, okay? We have baobab coloring books, cactus plant coloring books, and so much more. And it's completely free. So please make sure to check it out, especially if you're on your wellness journey, or if you know a friend who is on the wellness journey and wants some free resources, please let them know about the wellness library, okay? The link is in the show notes below. I love y'all so much. Let's get back to the show.
So I did extra as usual. So, okay, every month has its own number. You just have to add the month number to the year number, okay? January is the first month, number 1. 1 plus 9 is 10, which is going to equal 1, right? And it's pretty easy this year. February, the number is 2. I know I'm going a little fast. It's okay if you can't follow. Don't worry about it. February is the second month. Number is 2. 2 plus 9 is 11. 1 and 1 is 2. It's the month number 2, okay? Y'all, I did so much extra work. I don't even know why. This is like crazy. I don't know. Again, I just be writing stuff down. Okay, this is like one of the key dates. I'm sorry, 2, 3. Okay, so those are the numbers. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, but I also did the energy for the portals that are happening every month. And usually I won't do this because like in past months, like portals are important, but I think it's really the strongest portals are going to be the 999, the 88. Last year was 888. Okay. The year before 777. Those are the really strong portals that you kind of can't avoid the energy. Okay. There's other portals that do happen where it is strong, but because of this 9, because it's a year of completion, the portals, those individual portals that happen every month, those are going to be even more powerful. Okay. And so that's why I took the extra step. I don't know why I did this, but I took the extra step to calculate the energy for the portals, because the portals are really going to have a strong effect on the month's energy. Okay. Again, y'all, I don't know why I did this. Okay. So we have the month number, we have the portal. And I'm sorry for those of y'all who have to zoom in for this, okay? I'll make this 9 a little bit bigger. Let's make a big 9. We have the portal number. So the portal number here is going to be 2. Then we have 4, 6, 8. Again, the way I calculated this was using those portal dates, okay? 1, 1. January 1st is going to be the first portal. 1, 1, and 9. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 plus 9 is 11. And then 2 ones together equals 2. Okay. Second one, February. The February portal is going to be 2, 2. February 2nd. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 9 is 13. 13 is 1 and 3, which is 4. Okay. So I did this for every month. I already did everything for y'all. Y'all super lucky. But I'm going to explain why this is so important. Because again, other years, I probably wouldn't do this. But that 9 number is so powerful that you can't avoid this part. This is probably more important than the actual month numbers. And again, this I didn't even intend to do this. This just happened. So I know it was meant for me to bring to y'all. Okay, so 3, 5, 7, and then we have 9, and then we go back, I think, to 2. Did we do that? Let me just look at this. Yep, then we go back to 2, 4, and 6. The reason why this is so important is because this is going to explain the 2 parts of the year, okay? Like I said earlier, there's one part of the year, and I forgot to write the timestamps. I'm going to have to go back through this. Okay. Sorry. This is one of those videos that should be alive, but because my my internet isn't that great, I'm just going to pre-record it because the internet is legit not that great, and the live will be lagging so much. I don't want that. So, but this is going to explain the 2 parts of the year. So again, the first part is going to be super volatile, super up and down, a lot of instability, right? That's going to be, and I'm going to break down all of this by month later. That's going to be this first half and kind of leading a little bit into these 2 months also. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, it's not like that. So this first part, right? It's going to bleed a little bit into May also, because that's just how energy works, right? It's not a clear stop. It's always fading out, always fading out. So, and then here, now why did I do that? Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all, because I did not. Yep, no, I did that right. Okay, and then we have this part, and then we have kind of this, okay? So like I said earlier, right, we talked about how this 2 is a feminine number. Even numbers are feminine numbers, okay? So we have right here, we have this feminine energy coming in through January to April, okay? Now it switches here to a masculine number, okay? The thing I want y'all to notice is that it is a 9-year, right? So 9 is, again, a masculine number. But because these numbers here, because these portals, they're feminine, this is going to create that instability in the energy. Now, like I said earlier, there's astrology that will back this up. There's other languages that will back this up, basically. I'm just giving it to you guys through numerology, okay? And honestly, I don't know any other channel that's doing this portal thing. So thumbs up to me. I would like this video just for myself, and that's so extra. But seriously though, I don't know anybody else who's doing this. Literally, if you can comment somebody else who did the portals, let me know. But feminine, so the feminine energy is going to cause a lot of instability, okay? This feminine energy and this masculine energy is going to just battle back and forth like this, okay? You're going to see this, I happen to be American, so we're going to see this within the Trump administration trying to get initiated, okay? And we're going to talk about this in February because that's when they're going to start to build the foundation. And really, I shouldn't even say the Trump administration. I should say the Musk administration. Let's be real, okay? Let's be real. So then we're going to go into the masculine energy here, and then we're going to come back into that feminine instability energy. So there's going to be a lot of instability here. If you're into economics, it's going to be super volatile. So if you know what you're doing, this could be a really good time if you know what you're doing, this could be a really great time for trading, okay? This is going to be a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more ease. And of course, when we come here, it's going to start to blend those energies, right? So I want y'all to keep that in mind. Please, 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 please. But this is what's going to happen through this year, okay? And I'm praying. Oh my God, it's looking a little blurry. Hold on. Wow. Let me just clear that. So hopefully y'all can see this now that I'm focused on the actual board. Hopefully you can read my handwriting. I apologize in advance, okay? But this is super important. Now I'm going to go through the different months, okay? And then after this, I'm going to show how this applies to you, okay? So January is going to have that 2 portal. That's that 2 energy, okay? Yes, I know the month is a 1, but we're focusing on these portals because, again, because of that 9, these portals are going to be super important this year. Other years, I would argue they aren't as important. I'm sorry. I apologize to the other numbers. But when it comes to this 9, it's really elevating and exciting all of the other numbers, all of the other portals, okay? So 2, this 2 right here, The 2 is going to be balancing. So there's going to be a juggling act, okay? Not just politically, but in our lives. There's going to be a lot of instability, a lot of like just doing like back and forth, back and forth. And again, because these are feminine, you really want to look at your feminine aspects of yourself, whether you're a man or a woman, okay, or in between, doesn't matter. Just look at your feminine aspects, okay, and start to incorporate that into your life. That's what's going to help you get through this period of instability, is tapping into that feminine aspect. If you don't incorporate feminine aspects during this time, it's going to be a little rough, okay? So make sure to incorporate those feminine aspects. For example, letting things come to you instead of reaching out for them, okay? There's going to be a time where you reach out for those aspects, you take action, but you need to wait, okay? You need to wait, let it come to you. So that's going to be January, that balancing act, okay? 4, there's going to be an energy where you're going to feel the call to build your foundation. And this is going to be in different aspects, and I'll explain to you how it'll specifically apply to you in a second. But in terms of politically, let's just get it out there, because I know some of y'all are like, what's going to happen politically? Well, let me tell you. So in terms of that 4, so a lot of politics, governments, any system, any big system, tech, any of it, it has to incorporate the feminine in order for them to build a solid foundation. If they don't do this, then their foundation is not going to last. And I know some of y'all are like, oh, you know, you're just being sexist. No, I'm not being sexist. This is literally this is numbers. It's literally just numbers. It's math, okay? It's math. So this number, you have to be aware of this. So you need to incorporate those feminine aspects. If they don't, it's not going to be as stable. So for example, if we're looking at politics, and I think the Musk administration, I really shouldn't joke about these things, but I'm going to because it's me, okay? But the Musk administration, if they don't incorporate more feminine energy, it's not going to last. So you're probably going to see them incorporate a lot of female staff members into the administration. And it's one of those things where like they don't necessarily, like it doesn't have to be a female that's like Democrat or Republican, doesn't matter. They just need to have feminine energy, period. That's it. It doesn't have to be this. It's not about politics, y'all. Like this is bigger than politics. Okay, so that's what's gonna happen. 6 is gonna be about community, reaching out to your community, tapping into your community. We're gonna feel this on a collective level. The Musk administration is gonna be really big, very vocal around this time. Keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. They're gonna be reaching out to the community, really trying to like empower their people. So keep that in mind. And again, this is going to happen globally. So just look into your government, look into your local government, your country's government, because they're going to have a huge effect on how they affect the country at this time. Okay, it's not just in America. And then also money. So March and April are going to be really great months for money. Now, when it comes to your personal months, that's going to be different. Again, I will talk about that soon. But when it comes to that, March and April are going to be really great portals. So that 3-3 portal, that 4-4 portal, really great portals for manifesting money. So if you're really interested in manifesting money, look at those portals, okay? This is going to be all about community and manifesting wealth within your community. So it's like not just like, don't think of like, oh, how can I make money from my community? It's more about how can I give to my community? How can I help my community make money, okay? This is going to be a really great month for that. April is another really great month for money in terms of power and influence, okay? How can I help influence the masses through their buying power, I guess, if you want to put it like that. Okay, so these are going to be really great money months, okay? These are the 2 money months of the year. December is going to be another money month, okay? But that's March. April is 8. So how can I accrue money? Through influence, through power. But it doesn't have to be through like don't think of it as like evil, right? Like think of it as like, no, I mean, I have some influence. Even if you have, so for example, even if you have 200 followers on Instagram, how can I use my influence over these 200 people, which is actually a lot, okay? How can I use my influence to really help support these people? Okay. How can I use my influence to really empower these people? okay? And maybe make some money on the side, but at the end of the day, you're really stepping into your power. You're really stepping into your abundance. You're really stepping into your worth. You're doing what you came here to do, okay? Excuse me. Okay. But again, we're going to experience a lot of unstableness during this time, okay? Let me see if I miss anything. And so during this time, I really want to empower y'all. Oh, right. Okay. So I really want to empower y'all during this time to think about your future. Like whenever something like unstable happens to you, I really want y'all to think about what it's triggering within you and how that can help you bring more stability into your life. Don't look at it as like, oh, my life is so unstable. I don't know what to do. Figure out what to do. Ask to receive the answers. This is a really great time to receive the answers of what to do. Okay? This is the time for that. And this is going to help you in the future. But what I really want y'all to do during this time, again, let things come to you. And in the meantime, while you're waiting to take action, make a plan, okay? For my traders, my spiritual traders, I know y'all out there. I know y'all out there. And when I say traders, I mean traders, okay? Not traitors, like come on now. But traders, okay? But really, and this is not trading advice. This is not trading advice at all. But my people who are really into economics, okay? And really creating new foundations of economics, okay? Plan, okay? Be reasonable. Try to really achieve stability, okay? During this time, it'll be super volatile, but if you maximize your stability, that's gonna be the best way to go, okay? At least that's what I'm doing. Again, this is not financial advice. I have to say that. Y'all know, y'all can laugh with me when I say that too. That's totally fine. But it's going to be super volatile along this time. And it's going to feed into May also. So keep that in mind, please. Okay? So we did that. Okay, one more thing about the collective. And then we're going to get into your personal months and all of that, how to calculate that. Oh, actually, no, there's a lot of stuff we have to talk about in terms of AI, tech. We're going to talk about that in a second, too. Okay? Okay. But the biggest thing I want you all to take away from all this is 9 is the year of completion. Okay, let's go into the next month. The month of May is leadership. And it's actually, the number is going to be 19, but it's leadership. Okay? So what kind of leadership do you see yourself having? I really like, this is really bothering me. This is what we're going to do. We're going to demote the plant down real quick, okay? Okay, so I'm really laughing at myself right now because I'm ridiculous sometimes. That portal is going to be all about leadership. How do you see yourself as a leader? Really like take a moment to really reflect, envision, how do I see myself as a leader? How do I see myself leading my community, leading the masses, if that's in your field of mind, if that's really what you're here to do, which I think all of us have the opportunity to be an influencer of the masses at some points in our life, to be honest, if you really want that. Some of us don't want that, right? But it's all about divine timing. So one, what is your leadership role? What does it look like? Okay. That portal is going to help you with that. Okay. That energy is going to help you with that. We're starting to get into the masculine energy at this time. So it's going to be easing its way into that masculine energy. When we get to June, it's going to be a little bit easier. There's going to be a lot more political stability. Okay. There's going to be a lot more, even technical stability when it comes to tech. We're going to talk about tech in a second. Yeah, sorry, we're going to have to move the personal month stuff to the end because this is super important. Okay, so 3, creative. So you want to start to think about what completion or what stages do you, or what cycles do you want to end when it comes to your creativity, okay? And how are you going to use creativity to create those new cycles? Start to think about that, okay? Write that down. Pause the video and write that down if you need to. So that's going to be June. Again, we're starting to get more into that masculine state. So it's going to be a lot more stable. A lot of the like chaos that happened in these first 4 months is going to kind of go away at that point. Okay. People are going to stop panicking at that point. Okay. 5, there's going to be a shift. There's going to be a change. July, there's going to be a change. And I think for a lot of us, it's going to creep up out of nowhere. For some of us who have been knowing and like in the know, we're going to be like, oh no, we we knew this was going to happen. Like, come on now. But 5, okay? So that 5 is going to be that change, okay? There's going to be a change. And again, depending on your personal month number, that's how it's going to affect you personally, okay? So 7 is going to be all about spirituality, okay? There's going to be a more spiritual aspect. You can expect there to be a more spiritual aspect to, you know, collective energies. So whether we're starting to talk about stuff politically, whether we're starting to talk about stuff with technology, which I'll get into in a second. We're going to talk about AI. We're going to talk about self-driving cars. We're going to talk about aliens. We're going to talk about VR headsets, all of that stuff. We're going to talk about it in a second. But you're going to start to become spiritual. There's going to be a collective energy to tap into more spirituality in July. 9, September 9th, 2025. Okay. This is such a powerful date. I'm going to say it again. Mark it in your calendars. You need to mark September 9th. Okay. Powerful, powerful day. You need to set an intention, rest, meditate, whatever you need to do. You just set aside time on that date to just really intend for the completion of anything that's left over. You're already going to be doing that throughout the year. Okay. You need to know your personal months to do that. I'm going to show you how to calculate that in a second. But you absolutely need to do that September 9th, okay? And I'll do something for the community in terms of a collective releasing ceremony and maybe even a retreat, okay? Make sure to sign up for the Wellness Library to be the first to know about that because there will be limited spots because I'm not trying to allow anybody and everybody to be part of that. September 9th portal is going to be so powerful. A lot of tears will be shed. A lot of transformations will happen. This is my day. It's not my day, but when it comes to transformation and expanding, okay, this is the day to do it. And my earring got stuck. Okay, great. This is the day to do it. This is literally the day to do it. Okay, September 9th. That is the day of transformation. October, we're coming back to the feminine energy. We're coming back to the feminine energy portals. There's going to be a little bit more instability, a little bit more volatile, right? The market's going to be super volatile, but it's going to be a great time to, it's going to be a great time for people who have tapped into the feminine energy, okay? So if you didn't do that here, there's going to be another opportunity to do it here. If a lot of the governments haven't incorporated feminine energy here, they're going to, bet your butt they're going to do it here. They really have no choice, okay? But hopefully they kind of get their act together and do, because they literally, yeah, they literally have no choice, okay? Okay, so we're coming back into the 2 energy, right? Balancing act. That's basically what it is. 4, reassessing your foundation. Again, if you didn't incorporate feminine energy here, you're going to do it here, okay? And then 6, money number. This is going to be a great time for the economy in December, okay? Also March and April. Okay, so actually y'all have 3 months this year where you can really set yourself to be abundant. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, y'all have pages of notes right now. I know it's a lot. Tech. Oh my God. We're going to talk about tech and then we'll get into the aliens. But honestly, look, I'm going to be real with the aliens part. After you watch this video or you listen to this podcast episode, just check out Ralph Smart's video on his 2025 prediction. He goes into depth about the whole alien thing. I'll touch on it. But really, I mean, actually, I can just say it right now so I can get this off my list. But, you know, we had the whole UFO thing, which I haven't talked about yet, the drone UFO thing. And I realized I'm going to have to talk about that also. Yeah, probably before the end of the year. But there will be an alien disclosure of some sort. And more than, oh yeah, there's aliens. Look at this bacteria that we found on Mars. No, it's not like this. It's like, it's so, that it's like such BS, y'all. It's such BS. It's such BS. Like, we're not going to get into it, but it's not BS. It's true. Yes, there's aliens. Yes, there's alien bacteria on Mars. Okay, whatever. But my point is, it's going to be a little bit bigger than that. It's going to be bigger than the little alien mummy that they found in Mexico. What, I think, was it this year? Either this year or last year, okay? It's going to be a little bit bigger than that. I think it was this year, actually. Yeah, so that's going to happen. That's going to happen. Okay, so that's aliens. AI is going to start replacing jobs in the masses in 2025. In the masses. Please be aware of this. Don't panic. Figure out, listen, I'm giving you tea. I'm giving y'all game, actually. Figure out what jobs are most likely to be replaced by AI. Google search it. There's articles that have already talked about this. They talked about this last year. They talked about this the year before. They've been giving us these answers. A lot of y'all just haven't paid attention to them or rely on mainstream media to give you the answers. That they're not going to give it to you until it's too late. There will be mass AI replacements, okay? It's not a bad thing. I'm giving y'all the information now so y'all can adapt, okay? Y'all can adapt. It isn't, I don't want y'all to panic. I don't want y'all to, I don't want y'all to panic. I want y'all to plan. That's the whole reason for a lot of people like myself giving y'all predictions on the next year. It is for you to plan. It's not for you to panic. Okay, the people who will panic are probably going to be those who figure this out or receive this information from the media when the media chooses it to be convenient for them. Okay, I'm giving y'all the game now, but the AI will start replacing jobs in masses. Okay, actually, they've already started doing this in airports. I think two years ago, a year ago, when I was traveling, I would go to a restaurant and there was no waiters. It was just an iPad. You ordered everything on the iPad. So this is what I mean. Like, it's not going to be anything like you start to see robots serving you food like in, I'm trying to think, what movie was that in? I'm getting this image. I don't even know. But all those sci-fi movies, okay, where there was Star Wars. I actually don't know what movie I got this from. But literally, they had like robots serving food on a platter. Maybe it was Star Wars. It's not like that. People confuse the two, right? Movies and TV, they're here to give us hints, not the exact prediction. But AI will start to receive or replace jobs, okay? So like I said, you're not going to see a robot moving around, but maybe you will see an iPad instead of an actual waiter. Maybe you're going to see more of that in restaurants, okay? Where you order your food from an iPad. This is another big thing that's going to happen. Because of this huge, and especially in these first 4 months, there's going to be a lot of release of new technology. You're going to start to see a lot of technology replacing people. And because it replaces people, there's going to be more disconnect. There's going to be a lot more trauma that's going to be popping up for people. There's going to be a lot more calls this year to heal that trauma. There's going to be a lot more calls to be, not to be more social, but there's going to be a lot more, how do I want to say this? I don't want to say push, but our conveniences by ordering through an app, by ordering through an iPad, it's really disconnecting us from each other as human beings, okay? And that's what I really want y'all to watch out for in 2025, because you're going to see more of this. I want you to be aware of this, okay? But yeah, AI is going to replace, you're going to see the first mass replacement of jobs through AI, okay? There's going to be a lot of media programming. Yeah, y'all, please be cautious about the media you take in, okay? Please be cautious about it. Don't buy into it, y'all. Don't buy into it. But, I think the people who are watching this, you probably aren't going to buy into it. The people who don't watch this, But the media is just going to start programming fear into these changes, okay? For example, what do I mean by that? Like I said earlier, right? I'm giving y'all game. There's going to be mass replacements of people's jobs with AI. Know this so you can plan. When the media gives you the information, it's going to be fear-based, okay? They're not going to tell you, oh, it's okay. This is how you do this. This is how you start to This is how you start to make yourself independent so you don't have to rely on those jobs that will be replaced by AI, okay? No, they're going to tell you, oh, well, you lost your jobs. There's going to be, probably mass starvation or something like that. They're going to come up with something good, something juicy to make you guys fear this, right? But it's just part of it. When they had the big industrial revolution, people lost their jobs through that, but then they were able to pick up other jobs through the industrial revolution, okay? When it comes to AI programming, that's one of those jobs that I think is going to become a lot more common, because as AI starts to replace human jobs, people are going to have to start to come up with programs to program those AI, okay? So look into that. That's going to be a huge thing. But the media isn't going to help you with this. The media is just going to scare you into thinking that you're less than what is happening on the earth, okay? The media is also going to program. They've already done this. I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to have another video on this, but they've already done this with the whole drone and UFO scare, which I was like, girl, look, we ain't gonna get into it. But like I said, I'll make another video for this. But it's like that whole drone thing of the drones going into the water. We've been had drones that were waterproof. Like, come on, y'all. Again, like, the media's job is to promote fear. And I want y'all to really understand that. And I want y'all to really be above that. Okay? I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to empower you. I'm here to love you. Okay? Within reason. But, because I'm only human, y'all. Okay? And there's only so much I can do. But really, please watch out for this. This is the biggest thing you could do right now. Okay? Is not listen to mainstream media. That includes what you see on your phone. Okay? That includes what you see on your phone. That includes what you see in the social media apps. It's not just on the TV anymore. It's on any screen. Maybe not your microwave screen, but definitely on any screen. Okay? Okay. So, self-driving cars, you're going to see more of those. Also, that's how I feel about self-driving cars. That was like, and like, it's funny that, I just talked about fear, but, I just like, that's how I feel. That's how I feel about self-driving cars. Okay, this is my opinion. You don't have to take it. You can have your own opinion about self-driving cars. But like I've said, I think I said this in an earlier video too, or maybe I said it on the Patreon family. I don't know where I said this. But when it comes to new technology, new anything, new biotechnology, new anything, don't be the first to test it out. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Don't be the first to test it out. You can be the last to test it out. That's okay. But don't be the first. That's all I'm going to say about it. Don't be the first. Okay. Please pick up what I'm putting down. Please pick up what I'm putting down. Okay. Oh, and then there's also, oh my God, the economy. Whew, girl, we have so much to talk about, and I haven't even gotten to calculating your personal month. I might just get into that before we talk about the huge economy shift that's going to happen this year. Huge economy shift. Because I know some of you are like, where is my little personal? We're going to talk about it in a second. A lot of people are going to have a heightened awareness of mental health during 2025, even more so than in past years. And VR headsets are going to evolve, not by much. I don't think we're going to really, so Meta, they created the glasses, right? The little reading glasses. But, my prediction is that the tech is going to get so good for that it's going to get into, if you've watched or read the Ugly series by Scott Westerfield. I think that's his name. Sorry. I was going to name another series, by Scott Westerfield. He talks about the tech that we're going to ultimately have, I think within the next 10 years, to be honest. I want to say 90% sure about that. So like, for example, we're going to have tech contact lenses that people can just put on. Anyway, so even the glasses are kind of, again, it's one of those things where I really want to encourage y'all, don't be the first to test it out. That's it. It's so simple. Okay. So simple. Okay. We're going to see more hologram tech too, but it's not going to be super incorporated this year. I think next year. And when I say this, I mean 2025. 2026 is when the hologram technology is really going to be incorporated into daily life. But I think still it's kind of, you know, it's there. You can buy it. You can go to Best Buy and buy it, but it's not really going to be really used. And really hologram technology, never mind. We're not going to get into it. We're not going to get into it. I'm sorry. I know I'm being a tease, but I don't really want to talk into it in depth because we have so much to go over. Okay. So, right. Okay. So the biggest thing, so this is like the biggest takeaway. Okay. Let's get into your personal months for those of y'all who are looking into it. And then we're going to talk about the huge economic shift that's going to start this, yeah, that's going to start this year. Now, it's already started, but you're going to start to see, how do I want to put this? You're going to start to see more pushback. I don't know how else to explain it. I'll explain it later, but this is really big. The economic shift is going to be huge. Okay, so let's talk about this. So remember how earlier I went through all of the different dates, okay? You want to apply this to yourself personally, okay? This is more the energy of the collective. I'm going to show y'all how to apply this personally, okay? So let's get into it real quick. Maybe I can't put this here. So the first thing you need to calculate, and again, I got this from Lloyd. Please check out his YouTube channel. It's called Numbers and You, okay? I learned this from him. You have to first calculate what your personal year is going to be, okay? The way you do this is through the year number, okay? I'll just put the year number, plus your birthday, okay? And this doesn't include the year. It's just the month and the day, okay? So the year number is going to be 9, okay? And let's say your birthday, what did I say earlier? September 2nd. Okay, let's say that's your birthday, okay? September 2nd. 9 plus 2 is 11, which is 2, okay? So 9 plus 2. So that means this person, whoever the September 2nd person is, I know you out there. Your personal year for this year, your personal year number, I'm going to put N for number, okay? Is going to, oh, well, yeah, it's going to be 2. Great. I'm like, did I calculate that correctly? I'm going to double check real quick. Literally, give me a second. Oh, right. That's okay. Yeah. So I had to double check because I was like, is it really just 2? Actually, you're right. So because 9 is a magical number, literally a magical number, you don't even need the year number. You just need to add your day, your birthday, and your month, and you got your number. Just because today is this, or not today, but this year, 2025 is a 9. Literally, any other number you'd have to do this, but this year you don't have to do all of that, so you don't actually have to do any math. So personal year is a 2, right? So this is a 2. This means you're bringing stability and balance into your life. Now, all right, so this is the most important thing. Now we're going to get your personal month number, okay? Which is going to be your personal year plus the month, okay? So my personal year is September 2nd. It's not my birthday, by the way, but September 2nd is the year, okay? So personal year number is 2 plus the month. So let's say January 1, that's a 3. Creativity, right? So when it comes to balance, you're gonna have to start to tap into your creativity to figure out what needs to be balanced in your life, how to incorporate more creativity into this balance that you are being called to put into balance. And it's one of those things too, you don't have to look at your astrology, you don't have to look more into numerology. Feel it out. What is the world, what is God telling you to change about your life? What is so imbalanced in your life that something shocking might have happened to you might happen to you in January, maybe around the time of this portal, 1/1, January 1st, that you might need a change, okay? It doesn't have to be super shocking. I think for a lot of us who have been doing the work, you won't have as much of a shocking experience. If you've not done any work and it's one of those things that's spiraling down, yeah, you might be in for a little treat, okay? Same thing with the 4 or the 2/2 portal, February 2nd portal. when it comes to, let me see, this is 2. Oh, perfect. Well, that would be 4, right? So that means you really got to work on your stability. You really, my 2s, but personal year of 2, you really got to work on your stability in February, okay? Okay, so that's how you do your personal year, okay? I'm just going to like, I know I'm bringing it back to school, y'all, okay? I'm using a formula, but this is really important, okay? So personal year number equals the year number and your birthday, okay? Just the month and the year. I'll just put month and, oh my God, month and day. I'm sorry, y'all. Month and day, not the year, okay? But again, because it's a 9 year, you don't have to calculate all of this. It's whatever your birthday, your month and your day number is. This is just for 2025, okay? And then for the personal month number, it's your personal year number, okay? Plus the month. Okay, so easy, so simple. That's how you do it. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the good part, the economic shift that will happen this year. There's already been a lot of talk about this. We've seen this with the rise of the Bitcoin coming up. I think now it's at $110,000 per coin. There's been people who have estimated that there will be another, at least a bear run, like a year and a half from now. And then there will be like a significant crash 3 years from now. But so just keep that in mind. But that being said, this is the biggest thing that I want y'all to know about crypto. This is why so many people are talking about crypto now. Because more and more governments are finding the value in crypto. And they're starting to back their economy with crypto. Specifically Bitcoin. They're talking about it. But a lot of people estimate this is going to happen in the next 5 years. You're going to see more and more countries do this. What I want y'all to realize is there's more talk about this now. Literally 4 or 5 years ago, people would have never, people out like in the mainstream would have never talked about this, right? But you're going to see more people talking about this year. This is the economic shift. There's going to be a huge shift, and you're going to see a lot of this talk happening the first 4 months, okay, of shifting into a more digital or even more digital economic space, okay? And I really want y'all to keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. Learn about it. Listen to podcasts about it. Get your first cold storage wallet, okay? Because that's going to be, at least from my experience, that's the safest. And you'll see other people, hear other people say this is the safest way to keep your crypto. Cold storage. Look it up. Okay, look it up. But that's going to be the way to do it. So start to look into that. Start to educate yourself about cryptocurrency. Start to educate yourself about it. That's it. That's the biggest thing I can say. Don't be left behind. So this is the biggest shift that's going to happen for the economic. And so like I said, you're going to see more talk about it. But when it comes to like May, June, July, August, that talk is going to kind of subside a little bit. And I think the media is going to not talk about it as much during these months. And then when it comes to October, November, December, we might see another spike in crypto actually during this time in 2025. But this is going to the talk about crypto and the new currency and just economics is going to change. Like, because people have so much access to information, you know, a lot of people who talk about, you know, that I would say middle class educated mindset about finances, where it's like, oh, I just save up my money and I'm good to go. Like, I'm good to go for retirement in my future. I think that is going to completely go away within the next 10 years. Because people have more access to education and financial literacy and information about financial literacy. And you're going to start to see that shift here. A lot of the younger generations, they're going to realize, wait, no, that doesn't work. Like, I've seen it not work. We really going to see that not work a couple years from now. But people can be like, it doesn't work as well as we thought it did. It does work with the right strategy. That's the only thing I will say. With the right strategy, it does work. But there's going to be more financial literacy, okay? And so because of this financial literacy, the way the younger generations or people who are in the now, in the know, they're going to start to shift their mindset about money and about to really, really how to play the game. And this is stuff that you might see touched on mainstream media, especially when it comes to the economy, especially for the States. The Musk administration is totally there's gonna be this battle in how to shift the economy. You're gonna see a lot of that. But there's gonna be a huge economic shift. So get ready for that. Please get ready for that. Don't miss that, okay? And I think a lot of it is going to lead up to September 9th, where there's going to be this completion, okay? So transformation too. There's going to be there's going to be a lot of transformations happening throughout the year. There's going to be a big one globally, September 9th. Keep that in mind. Okay, so I think, I'm like, did I forget anything? I don't even know. For those of y'all who watched till the end, comment below. Let me know that you watched till the end, and I'll send you something via the Wellness Library. Okay, send you something for free. But just comment below. If you watched till the end, I'll give y'all a bonus or something, because I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And not just I appreciate it, but your soul also appreciates that. Okay. So that's it. That's the year of completion. That's literally this 2025 year of completion. Okay. The biggest takeaway I want y'all to take away from this, is there's going to be a collective shift towards being wise and making thoughtful decisions. Or, let me break it down to you. The first half of the month, have the decisions come to you. Meditate, reflect, do a mini retreat at home. You don't have to go anywhere to do a retreat. You can do it at home, okay? Pause. Think or reflect or pause before you act. That's the biggest thing I want y'all to take away. I didn't really talk about this much in the video, but if you really want to get ahead of 2025, if you really want to really prosper and make the most out of 2025, you need to reflect. You need to pause, okay? Absolutely need to do that before making any major decisions, okay? This is how you know I need to end this video. This is how I know I need to end this video. Wait for the paths, wait for the answers to come to you. And if you do wait for them to come to you, please allow them to come to you through something outside of technology, okay? Through nature, through a conversation with a coworker. Don't necessarily allow all of your answers to come through to you through technology, okay? Pause and wait, okay? Okay, y'all, I love y'all so much, as per usual. Hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful break. For those of y'all who had a break, for those of y'all who didn't, you better make sure to have a break, okay? Start that little mini retreat. Start it this weekend, okay? I love y'all so much. Peace.